Here it comes from the famous Konig Wheel Studios. It's The Hype Is Right.
I love it. I know it's overpriced.
Honestly, I think that car is kind of overhyped for its price point.
Is overhyped.
I certainly think that car is a little bit overhyped.
Young kids in high school are buying them, importing them, driving them around, kind of beating the crap out of them.
It's just too much money for what it is. And there's other things here in the States you could probably do with that money.
Certainly a cool car, good performance after you do some modifications on it, but for the price tag of it.
If you love it, who cares? Pay a little bit more and drive a right-hand drive legend.
And I've started to see enough of them. Seems like just kind of a basic car to me, honestly. Overhyped.
It's always been a car that's kind of lost on me because it's big and it's not a manual transmission.
I would say is underhyped.
I think the R35 is completely just right.
I absolutely hate it. Okay, this is a big, giant, chunky Nissan that can make 2,000 horsepower if you wanted to, run 7 seconds, I'm sure, and it makes every amateur driver look like an absolute hero on the track.
The price tag of them is, I think, a bargain for the performance. However, the driving experience of them is a little bland.
Having said that, if they ever get cheap enough, I can work with those facts. So like, I'm not there yet with an R35 Skyline, but like, I'm starting to get there.
If you're looking to get one that's slightly older and maybe has some mileage on it, I think the car is incredibly cool, and if you have the money to maintain it and put mods on it, the car is incredible.
In a perfect place, I think the cost is right, I think the car is right, I think...
350Z, I say that's just right.
Incredibly underhyped. That's because there's so many of them around.
Certainly underhyped, in my opinion.
For too long, the car had been categorized as either a drift missile or a stance car, but now that's kind of changing and it's becoming a pure driver's car.
See, that's a car that kind of knows where it's at in its scene. We have them fully fitted out with big wide tires, wide body. Fitment guys love the 350Z, and drift guys absolutely dig them.
And they come with a really stout VQ engine, have a good 6-speed manual gearbox.
Not only has a good power to weight ratio, I think you can make power out of the car, but I also think that it comes with a lot of cool parts to be able to do drifting or just enjoy it as a spirited Sunday car. So I think the 335i is actually underhyped.
I'll still go with underhyped on that.
Also underhyped.
I dig it.
That's a car that's an absolute sleeper. With the ECU tune on it, oh my God, it's one of the most perfect cars. At the same time, if you own a 3 Series and it's not an M3, sorry about you.
As a parent of a 6-year-old, it is one of the few newer cars that I can get with a 4-door, with a turbo, with a manual transmission.
That engine that is in that car is kind of the German 2JZ.
I think you can get these cars incredibly cheap for what they are. I think that N54 platform has a lot of potential that you can do fairly inexpensively.
I'm in. I think it's a cool buy.
I'd certainly put the 335i at the top of the underhyped list.
Can't stand it.
Bro, that's a really tough one for me. I put that right in between the just right and overhyped because...
Man, I'm gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings. I think the car is overhyped. I'm not saying that it's not worth the value.
Everybody's been talking about it. It is the most hyped car right now, and I think it deserves it.
It hurts me to say that, but we drove one for a week as a press car. You can't see out of it. It's an automatic, not a twin clutch automatic, but a true automatic.
I just don't love it. I think that engine, again, like the 335i, provides a ton of bang for the buck in terms of modifications and whatnot. So yeah, just put that one right in between those two.
I just think for the amount of money that they're still out there going for, I think you could find something else that would live up to that performance needs, unless you were really looking for that new car kind of spirited feel.
You roll down the windows and the whole freaking interior vibrates. Like literally the keys will vibrate in the little key pocket.
And the car's performance is top tier, above a lot of other cars, especially at its price point. I think the haters out there that keep calling it a BMW are just, they're just haters. I don't care if BMW, Daihatsu, Mitsubishi built the car. If it's badass, it's badass. One of my favorite cars right now is the Kia Soul. Am I gonna buy one? Probably. I mean, it's got like active lane assist and stuff. There should be a 6 car on here that's the Kia Soul. Okay, that car, don't even let me, I'll go over the factory color options on the next time I do this, but seriously.